2, 3, Bristol!
The friends you make when you play for the University Rugby Club are very likely to be friends for life. And the people you sit next to in your lecture theatre are people you might never see again once you leave the university. But the people you've played rugby with will be friends because you've gone through something a bit different with them.
Hiya, ready? I came to study at University of Bristol after having not been able to visit any unis in the COVID. So just heard good things and came here. Hope for the best.
Being one of the youngest, you always have that pressure of feeling like you're sort of like disregarded because you are the youngest. You haven't really experienced what the other boys have experienced. Also, there's pressure to sort of prove myself.
I picked Bristol to come and study mainly because of how well it's ranked in the country. It's a very good university for medicine, very good university for a lot of courses, and also the sport was brilliant here.
We attract such great talent here, mainly because we're such a great university. We're very lucky that in years gone by that we've had some really good quality of talent that play rugby, from Josh Lucy, Kieran Bracken.
England have won the 2003 World Cup.
Jonathan Webb.
Webb had the freedom to indulge his natural inclination as an attacking fullback.
More recently, Dave Atwood.
Another good tackle from Dave Atwood on halfway.
Players that have gone on to play professional rugby.
So we're going over the ankle, then over the calf, then over the knee. Yep. Ankle to the line, calf to the line.
I think the Navy game that's coming up is going to be a real challenge for us. Physically, they're a team unlike anyone else we really play.
It's been our aim throughout pre-season for this first month to come out at the end of September with that win against the Navy, so all focus is going towards that.
We're ready physically, we're ready tactically. We've just got to see if the lads can bring it.
Oh! That's all the lifting shoes, now. 128 Good, Ted.
The All Blacks have a phrase, 1 captain, 15 leaders. The coaches have got to motivate them, but I think that one of the key things is they mustn't depend too much on the coaches. In my experience, the real drive and passion for the team is helped by the coach, but it's got to come from the students. It's got to be a group of players who work with the coach, but the players themselves have to set standards. And if someone is late for training, if someone isn't there for training, then it's not the coach who should discipline them and say, where were you last night? You know, you missed training. It's the players themselves who should do that because it's their culture, and it means a lot more if their peers deal with things like that rather than the coach. So if they create that as a mood within the group, then they've got a very good chance of doing well.
You're going to have a 9 starting from each cone, so you've got these 2 cones of the orange, all right? We're only going to go right or we're only going to go left. Make sense? Mm-hmm. If you're from this cone, you're only going right. If you're from that cone, you're only going left. So we're literally splitting the field in half and we're attacking left and right, okay? Set your standards from now. Captains, set your standards, please.
Keep coming, go, 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 go. It will be!
Okay, at the moment, we're getting too wide or too narrow, which means we're jamming in. As soon as I jam in, what does that create?
Dog legs.
Dog legs, little gaps that they're picking apart, okay? I need to come off the line square, so I need to make sure I'm registering my reference point. It's his chest. I'm coming square. Once he's passed, what am I doing?
Hunting.
Hunting, stay on his inside, stay hungry on the inside.
It is quite funny studying a course where you're focusing on helping people get better and healing people, and then coming on a Wednesday night every week, trying to just do as much damage to the opposition as possible. I think it's just the sacrifice that people in this club are willing to put in for the shirt and for the club and what it means to them. You know, almost 150 years of history behind this club, and it means a lot to the players that are lucky enough to wear that shirt every week, and sometimes they're willing to give just a little bit more than other people, I think. What's
great is that with a university like Bristol, all the boys have come here and have done very well to get here, so they're all very academically strong. So all the rugby boys are of the same mindset of that we need to work hard in both the academic side and the sports side. There aren't many other sports that challenge your technique, your fitness, your strength, your power, like rugby does.
To be a rugby player, you've got to be very hardworking and driven. It's a very, very mentally and physically challenging game. You know, turning up every week, getting battered and bruised, and then turning up the next week to do it again. Sounds pretty insane if you didn't really appreciate what the sport is.
As anyone knows who's played, by playing a game of rugby with someone, it's the best way to get to know someone. The thing that breeds camaraderie in rugby will be the adversity, because it's almost like a modern day gladiator, the closest thing to just two sets of teams or opposition just facing up against each other, run as hard as you can at the opposition. Similar to going to war to a certain extent. You know, it's as close as you can get to it every week for a normal person.
My name's Finlay and I'm at UBRFC.
I think the news affected everyone in the club from top to bottom, but I think games like this match against the Navy coming up give us a real chance to honour him and show people how much he meant to the club.
I remember seeing him when I first met him when he trialled with the freshers, similar to what Luca's going through now, and I saw this scrum half with a scrum hat on, which was always an unusual sight to anyone in rugby. But he had a way about him, he had a great pass. He quickly moved the way up through the teams, into the seconds, captained the seconds. I went on tour with him in Madrid last summer, and he was a great fun, great character. Everyone loved him, very kind, lovable chap, and a hell of a talent on the rugby field.
He was a fantastic member of the club. He was a brilliant rugby player, fantastic social member, and also a really good friend for a lot of lads in the club.
Yeah, I knew Finley well. He's in my year. I used to drive him to rugby each morning. I describe Finley as like your classic 9. On the pitch, get into everyone, get into your own team, get into the opposition. Really, really demanding, like as a forward pack from you. Really, really almost annoying you yourself, but I always know that if he's annoying me, he's probably annoying the opposition even more, and always just driving that standard.
We need to make sure that we do him proud and do his family proud, and make sure that, you know, his name's on our shirt for a reason, and we're going to go out there and remember him in style, as it were. And yeah, we're nervous in terms of where we are, but we're also proud and we're ready.
What happens if they start to read it and they shift? You just hit him, just hit Buzz. You're so many, but that's the thing. This is all about having loads of options at the line. You've got to trust him to do his job. So if he's going into the channel, you want to be no further than this first post.
Now we go, have a go. Yes. Yes, yes, step right, square up. Go, step right, square up, square up. Step in left. Skip ball, skip ball.
The Navy are going to be very strong. They're going to be fit, heavy and big humans that we need to hit straight away from the get-go.